Welcome to Leetcode JavaScript, a channel where we solve every single Leetcode question using JavaScript. Let's begin. So today we have a question of the day of October 23rd, being 1239, maximum length of a concatenated string with unique characters. This is a medium question, so let's begin. You're given an array of strings R, and a string S is formed by the concatenation of a subsequent of R that has unique characters. And we're tasked with return the maximum positive length of S that complies with this condition. And if you do not know that, a subsequence is an array that can be derived from another array by deleting some or no elements without changing the order of the remaining elements. Let's take a look at the first example. Here we have these three strings, and we may concatenate them in any possible way, but you may realize that if we try to concatenate all three of them, we're going to have the U as a repeated character. So the maximum length that we can achieve is by concatenating either two. So that's going to be our output. That's 4. And as you can see, is over here. It's unique or weak. And the maximum length is 4. But of course, the length of each element may not be constant. As you can see, it may be variable, so that's something we need to take into consideration. And finally, in the last example, we can see if we only have one string, we're simply going to return the length of that string. Now, there's a couple of ways to do this, but we're going to use backtracking in this case because it's both simple and quite elegant. So let's think about what we want. We want a maximum length as an answer. So we're gonna have a max variable and we're gonna initialize at 0 initially. Then we're gonna create a backtracking function. Backtrack. Okay. And what are the arguments that we're gonna need? We're gonna need a starting index. We're gonna call start, and we're gonna need a string itself. So there are two steps essentially that we need to do. First, we need to check whether the current string that we're looking at is unique, meaning it has no repeating characters. And then we need to check whether that string's length is the maximum length that we have found so far. So there's an easy way to do that in JavaScript, and we can write a small shorthand of this, and we can say if the string that length is not equal to a new set, and we're going to use this destructuring operator here of string that size, meaning then we're going to return. Okay, meaning if you have a string, say AB, its length is going to be 2, and if we make a set out of the elements of the string, we're going to have A and we're going to have B. So the length is also going to be 2. So that way we know this one is unique. However, let's say we have A, B, A. In that case, the length here is going to be 3, but the set length is going to remain 2. Therefore, this is not unique. So we just skip the following steps with each string, if that were the case. Now, we need to assign max to math.max of either the current maximum or the string length, because this string length is guaranteed to be unique. So simply, whenever we find a unique string, we're comparing it with the current max and assigning it to max if it is the largest one we found so far. Now, to make sure we take a look at every single one, we're gonna need a for loop, and we're gonna start I at the start index. Then we're gonna use I to iterate to our array, I less than array the length. Finally, I++. Now here we're going to do some recursion which is part of backtracking, and we're going to call backtrack of in I+1, and we're going to use our string to be the current string plus ri, meaning we're concatenating the following string. Let's take a look at the first example to understand this better. Initially, we're going to start with un, and then we're going to call backtracking and the following index, which the following index points to iq, but our string that's actually going to be checked over here is going to be equal to, right, that concatenation, uniq. So in that case, the max would be set to 4, and then we repeat the process for every single concatenation until we reach the end. Alright. So after that, there's not a whole lot more to do, so we simply call backtrack over here, and we're gonna start the index 0. We're gonna start with the empty string, and finally we're gonna return the max that we calculated. Let's try running this code. Okay, so far so good. I worked with the first input. Let's try submitting this and see if it's accepted. And there you go, it's accepted. It's quite a fast runtime. Just over 100 milliseconds, which is faster than 94% of JavaScript submissions for this. A reason for this being super fast is the fact that we're using sets in JavaScript, which are known to be quite fast. And that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.